All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Icosacast for session 4. Yes.
Wow.
Much enthusiasm. Last time, the party went on a walk through some hills with the dead body of their friend. Which they still have. They were chased by some bugs, and they went for a swim. They met an old lady walking with some laundry. It's a very exciting podcast, everybody. And then they found their way to a new town, the town of Mopit, where people seem to be very poor, where people seem to be skittish, and where the party saw something that particularly caught the attention of the two tieflings, where the door to the Kaifen, that large wooden bell tower in the center of most of the larger cities that you've been to, the door was opened, which is not something that happens. And more than that, a person was pushed into it, someone who had seemingly done some sort of crime. And you met a new friend, Tanaki. Tanaki? Yes, I'm saying yes. Okay, thank you. Good. Tanaki, who seems to be in some strange, dreamlike way connected to your deceased friend, who is now in your room at the inn, slowly decomposing. As you all wake up,
Thank you.
You all wake up from a night's rest. You all get the benefit of a long rest to the sound of rain hitting over and over the window. This ceaseless rain. And as you're laying there in bed, Zephahim, thinking, you remember back to the time you met your best friend. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what this time is like? When was it? How old were you? Give us a lowdown.
So, I grew up on the streets of Dalbaz, and Hazif was my first and only friend. We got into the criminal underworld together.
Well, how did you meet? I just want to go into the scene. I just want to into literally that meeting. I
was trying to pickpocket another tiefling who had taken out a full hex in front of me.
Yeah.
So I thought that I would be able to swipe some coin from him.
Okay. So Zephahim right now is walking up to one of the tieflings in Dalbaz. It's a rather busy day, right? The streets are loud with a lot of commerce going on, and someone trying to show off pulls out a hex. These 6 silver point coins, all still connected, not broken up. And he's kind of waving it around and being ostentatious with it and scratching his head with it, and then he sticks it in his pouch. And you're gonna walk up and try and take it. Why don't you roll a sleight of hand for me?
15.
Yeah, so I think you get it. You get it, and then you kind of run away off to the side, and it's almost like you don't even want to open your hands. This is probably more money than you've ever held, right, in your life. I don't know if you've ever held silver before, and you have an entire hex. And then you hear a voice behind you. That is quite a bit of money, yes? Perhaps you should spread it around?
Yes, it is, but it's my money. I earned it.
And your friend, remind me of his name?
Hazif.
Hazif, yeah, Haz. kind of walks up, and I think you know who he is, right? The kind of like street urchin kids that run around. It behooves you to know each other to be able to point each other out and know who to stay away from, particularly, right? And Haas isn't one to necessarily stay away from. He's not a bully, anything like that. But he kind of like hands in his pocket, like kind of like saunters over to you, and he says, "It is your money, but I don't know that you know what to do with it."
This is true. If I give you 1 point, what will you do with it?
What would I do with the points? Not as much as I would do with a half hex, but what would I do? I would pay for some women. And you guys are probably, what, like preteens at this point? Yeah, if that, right? Yes, I'd get myself a beautiful one, and I would say, "Honey girl, we're going out on the town," and I would show her the time of her life.
And do some drinking, yes?
Yes, you know the ladies, when they need to be smooth with them, they get a little bit inebriated, right? And then they are all about the gentlemen, the ones with the hex, the ones with the silver.
We should not spend it all in one place.
Yes, 2 women. That is a very interesting idea since there are 2 of us, not just one. I like this a lot.
If I split this hex with you, we will have some fun.
Oh, I think we will have fun. Let us go. And he kind of runs off and you follow. And you're thinking about that as the rain is just hitting over and over. This really heavy rain, right? That it's changing its texture, but it's not really stopping, right? It has been fairly consistent this whole time. And you wake up, as do the lot of you, in the city of Mopiet after spending an evening. Two rooms?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys
I
had.
hope so, yeah.
Oh, it was 3? Yes, it was 3, because I'm rooming with you.
Okay. Okay.
So
So.
with the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sleeping on the floor next to the fire.
And next to the other body.
I
on
am
the floor.
keeping our company.
Oh my god.
Gotta get rid of
I
him.
wonder how long we're gonna have that.
I would get rid of him if I could burn him, but not for this rain. Until it ends, I will keep the body dry as much as I can.
I agree.
How is this storm continuing
And it
for
would
so
really,
long?
really, really smell if you did it in the fireplace.
There's something unnatural about this storm.
Can you do any magic
He just
with the
keeps
fire
going.
to make it not stink?
That's what that is.
This is not the season for it.
Nope.
Ransom,
Don't say it to me.
No.
Riggs, Rome. Who's that tiefling guy?
Which one?
I don't know. The other guy.
There's
Ven-
many of them in this town.
Vengeance.
The one I didn't kill?
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
You have killed many.
Yes. And I will kill more.
Are they evil?
He saw me in the woods and he
Some-
told me that the rain was
I will
unnatural.
help if they're evil.
And he told me about what was happening in the pit.
Reject?
Reject.
Reject!
As you guys are talking, the kind of curmudgeonly innkeep is bringing you over some breakfast around this table. And I think you're all crowded around one table, and I think it's a bit too small for the lot of you, so you're kind of elbowing each other as you go. But, you know...
I'm taking up a lot of room.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think
like
you're
spreading out.
yeah, and like gesticulating as you talk too, so people. But you know, you guys kind of holding your plates as you eat some not great food, but
Put care spreading. Put care to.
Thank you. It's delicious.
It's gross. It tastes like nothing.
No, it's delicious.
What is it that we're eating?
It's quite good. Why?
What are we eating?
It's not nice to lie.
probably leftover yesterday's bread and stew on a plate. So the bread is pretty soggy at this point. So it's just it's that great combination of stale and soggy.
How far are we from
Like
your
a wet
monastery?
crouton.
The
Monastery.
stew's really good. for
Monastery,
crusty
where
bread, 'cause
you
lots of
are
break
from,
teeth
where we're
with.
going. Not
Why
that-
why are we going there? I'm not sure why we're going there. What's the plan?
There is no plan except to go there.
But he came from there. What he's seeking isn't act. If it was there, he would have found it when he was there. He wouldn't have left.
I do not care about what he is seeking.
At this point,
What are you seeking?
I am not seeking anything.
Then why are we going to the monastery?
I thought he wanted to.
He wants to go home?
I think it'd be the best place to go if I'm to find Vistra again.
Who?
Vaseline.
It's a friend.
Who?
His friend Vaseline.
Oh.
It's
But
Vaseline.
Vistra abandoned you in Dalbaz. That's the opposite direction from the monastery.
yes, I know, but I don't know if he actually abandoned me.
Is it not possible?
And I
that
have
he
no
could
other
have
tr-
gone
there's
Think
back?
he went
nowhere
home
else.
without telling you?
Possibly.
Some friend.
What if he was taken closer to home, and then went back?
Why would he just leave?
If I was kidnapping somebody, I wouldn't bring them home.
Nope, wouldn't bring him closer to where they're from.
But how do they know?
Ken was going to the monastery.
Yes, but I think I was looking for the little dead body you have, so I don't have kind
Roll.
of a reason.
And we also didn't want to go the other way because your people were going to
Roll
kill me for no
wisdom check.
reason.
Or
Right?
good reason.
God knows it. Not 20.
It is not.
It is done.
And only from going off stuff you say in the conversation, it is not unreasonable to think that a human in Dalbaz was taken.
Oh, your friend's a human?
But,
Yes.
You never mentioned that.
You saw him
I didn't.
yes.
several
But, probably tough to take a badass monk too, right?
He's very powerful. I don't
I mean-
see somebody's.
How
Just
powerful is
saying.
anyone when they're in the bathroom?
I don't know.
There are people. There are people there that could do this if they wanted to.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they could, but I don't know why. And what if he got away? And what if?
You are.
How well do you know this?
That's a
history?
lot of what ifs.
How well do you know him?
I've known him for a very long time.
Why would someone take him?
There's no reason for somebody to take him.
Is he worth money?
No.
Are you worth money?
No. You have my money.
Why do you have his money?
He can't be trusted with his money.
A human in Dalbaz is a very rare thing.
It is.
Should we go back to Dalbaz?
I've never been to Dalbas.
I don't think that is a
Yes, I
good
have.
idea.
We
I
so
didn't tell anyone. In Dalbaz.
currently we have nowhere to go. We don't want to go back to my home.
I thought they got away.
No, they didn't know he died. Except,
In the fray with the tieflings, no one died?
No.
I'm pretty sure.
check the record. No one died.
Killed somebody.
Yes.
No, they ran away.
No, they died.
They both got away.
No, I think
You
one of them got away.
No.
I thought.
I
Anyway,
didn't kill anybody.
I don't know.
it doesn't matter. At this
Okay.
point,
Check the record.
it doesn't matter at this point. If we can't go the other way, we'll die to her people. And
Why would we die?
We are quite far from
she
Dalbaz
thinks that we
already.
killed it.
This storm
It is.
is
Oh.
just.
See, they're under the assumption that this.
They
this
were
one right
attacked
here-
by a bald dwarf, and he says it's not him.
I mean,
It wasn't me.
You think that he is the only bald dwarf that
Well,
exists?
it wasn't a bald dwarf could be bald and have a beard. It was one with no beard or any other hair. So technically, bald is not the actual.
She said bald. I did not say bald.
Hairless.
I was told hairless.
Are you
Okay,
completely
yeah,
hairless?
But you have to admit, Zeph, is fairly specific.
I will say that this is the only hairless dwarf I have ever seen.
Like fully hairless. Everywhere.
But
I've never.
I'm asking you a
this
question.
man does not seem capable of committing this crime.
No, he really doesn't. Which is what's.
He's very small.
The more I see of him, the more I agree with you.
That was the point.
Wow.
We don't have to go back to my home. It's the best. It's the only. I don't. It's
What
the
was
only
it
thing I
about
have.
this gem? The gem.
Oh, is that? Wait a minute.
The bubble.
Wait a minute.
Yes. the
Now I
gem.
remember.
Okay.
Yesterday you said you were looking for this. The gem from my home.
I don't know where it's from.
Okay, it's
Are there
it's,
elves in your home?
What does this gem look like? Can you tell us?
It's red, and then I'll draw it. It kind of looks like a standard ruby, if you would. One that you would see in like a our times jewelry store.
Yeah, roll a
Some sort
Love
of
our times.
a futuristic jewelry store.
Our times.
roll just a dexterity check for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're doing
What
it.
about
I wanna
times?
see how it.
I know that guy.
The boat times.
a dex check?
Yeah.
20. Dirty.
Modifier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It does not look like the ruby you saw in your vision.
Oh. That's shocking.
Is it the one?
It
that's
does
beautiful?
not. The one he has is has kind of like a specific cut to it, right? It's rather noticeable. It's angular. The one you
Very
saw.
faceted.
Yeah. And the one you saw didn't seem to be that. It was more round-ish.
Was it like smooth?
The one you saw?
Yeah.
No. It wasn't smooth, but it was more round, whereas his is a bit more like oblong-y.
Princess Cup.
In this world, we call it the princess.
Raw.
Not to mention yours seem to be like have that
Raw
gold
gem,
chain
raw cut.
woven around it. So,
Right.
You say you are also looking for this gem.
Does this
Well, it
look
was
like?
like in a dream.
Is this what?
But what did you see?
I'll draw mine too,
Um,
so we can show them both to town.
roll a dex check.
Me? Dex?
Yes.
Yep, do dexterity.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh, my dex is +5, so that's 10.
Hers looks like
A circle.
yeah.
Oh.
Does it look like this?
Or like this.
Kind both.
Do you-
You're not very good drawers.
I did a wonderful job.
I know that I'm not. It's
I
not
know,
my forte.
I could make money from this dirt. That's not true. I wouldn't say that. But
I'm
I-
much better at music.
so you don't know what it looks like.
I'm not sure about that one.
Oh boy.
You should not stick to that
Well,
one.
I mean,
You don't know.
how clear
Yeah, I
are your
know
dreams? I mean, give me a break.
Yikes.
I understand, but why are you following a dream that you don't? It's so vague. You have no real information.
You're telling me.
So what's the point? Why not just stay home?
Because
Well,
I'm
it
not
is-
meant to stay home.
It is a bit strange that this man has a dream and then continues to have the dream.
Yes, that is true.
Every night.
We could go back to my home for more clues. Maybe somebody has come by.
That is
Why
the
do you
best
wanna go
idea
home
he
so
has had probably in a long time.
I'm trying to find my friend.
You know what
Maybe
else
this-
is strange?
Maybe this
Are
won't
you
happen.
all staying another night?
No.
No.
I
Possibly.
don't believe so.
We're broke, so probably not.
No, we are not.
People that. Even if you are.
I could just be talking about me.
Yes. All right then.
We are
And he
broke.
just kind of like walks away,
I don't know
glancing
that
at
word, but we are
what is
broke.
obviously
We
a
are
dead
broke.
body that you still have with you.
I really feel like what's being lost here is that a man was sucked into the tower in the middle of town yesterday.
That was amazing.
You were applauding.
That was pretty good. Let's do that every day.
I will speak honestly about this. I do not like it at all. This man, this opening the door, it is not supposed to be this way.
It's bizarre to say the least.
What do they say is in the tower? What do your people say?
Roll a religion check. Or an arcana, whatever you want.
It doesn't matter. 4.
You have no fucking idea what's in the tower.
Would
I have no idea what is in this tower. I never
Yeah,
did.
you can also roll a religion or arcana.
Hey, religion. Well, plus 20 either, so 21.
Okay. The tower is supposed to protect you.
From?
The tower's just supposed to protect. It's not supposed to kill.
You needed a 20 to get that info, so.
Oh.
I don't know what this tower
It shouldn't be
does.
used to slay or execute. It's supposed to be to protect.
All I know is what I've heard over the years, that the tower has been there.
Could it be a fake tower?
What did you mean fake?
Well, that man's obviously very much gone.
What does this?
No, I mean-
what does this mean? Fake.
A tower. So the tower is supposed to protect. This one is obviously killing people.
Well, we don't. They said people come back.
He
She
said
that
they
people
come back. Yes, this is the scary part that I don't understand.
Then maybe we should find somebody who has come back, and we can find out what's in there.
That's a good idea.
He's on fire today, I'll admit it.
Good idea.
That's his 2 in a row, baby. What did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I had a very
This soup, we're all eating it right now.
Why are we not coming up with good ideas?
The
like
dew
that?
of the universe.
Well, it's the soup and the meditation was.
I
These
think
people live
something
in-
in his mouth was interfering and it got ripped out.
These people live in fear. You seen it? That child on the street
This is
was
the wisdom blocking
stricken.
tooth.
Where is this man that we saw yesterday?
I don't
He's
know.
probably still holding vigil.
That's true. He said
We
he'd
should-
sit there until that guy came back.
We should talk to him before we go.
Alright.
I'm sure he'll tell us the truth
I'm sure he won't.
when we ask him.
Why don't we ask someone else?
We could do that too.
We should split up.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So, the hag lady with the laundry told me that guy has something in his right pocket.
Well,
That's important.
Most people have.
that is what she said to you.
Yeah.
Why did you wait until now to say this?
Because
to
I
us?
wasn't gonna try and drag you into
And
it.
how
I
does
wanted
she
to take
know?
care of it by
You-
myself.
Put us at risk with this.
No, I didn't.
I told you, no more secrets.
It wasn't a secret. It was an omission.
It was something you knew that you intentionally kept from us.
What
a secret.
what did she say about this pocket?
She just said that he has something in his right pocket.
Most people do.
How did?
There was something strange about that woman.
It was
Yes,
something
did you
strange.
see all of the laundry she was carrying? There's no way.
I don't know if that was laundry. Very impressive though.
Oh, you're talking literally? She was literally carrying a lot of laundry, like physically?
So she
Oh, I
says.
thought you meant emotionally.
She had a really big pack.
We could
Hashtag
try to
emotion.
see this man.
And what
Or
was his...
at least somebody that has.
Indo, what do you think?
I agree.
I feel
Though
like he's
I-
going to give us the same line as he did
Though-
last time we talked to him.
I feel, though this seems to be
But I
something
have
that
a-
a lot of people seem to engage in checking out.
I have a feeling if we can distract this man, we might be able to see if something is in his pocket.
Whoa.
Has it? Let me ask.
I really
There
want
is
this in his pocket.
Absolutely no need to. We can just ask him for it.
I did
That is
that
not the way it works,
No.
man.
I did that
No.
It is-
yesterday and he told me no.
Let me say something. There
Man,
is
You just think you can
nobody.
just say whatever you want to people.
I
That's
just
not
asked
how
him
it
and he
works.
said no.
There's surely somebody that must have come back before in this town, right?
If we ask
And-
around, yes.
And as many people as was yesterday watched then, surely it shouldn't be that difficult to find whoever came back before. Let's go find who has come back.
I think we should do
Indo, may I have a point, please?
I think
What
the
do you
reason
need?
we should do that
What do you want?
is
to
we'll
talk?
find out.
You want to. Ben wants to give away points
I don't want to give it away. I just would like
for information.
Please.
What
This
are you
is
gonna-
not how you. This is not how you make deals.
What are you going to use it for?
Thanks.
For people watching at home,
See?
points are the currency. that we
Yes.
use.
See, if you ask, people give you.
You didn't ask me though. I'm just being nice. You asked him.
Yes, but somebody else will give.
I
What
will
is
not
this
give you-
being nice?
I will not give you points.
Well,
Do
good
not
people,
ask
what
me
does
for
that
points.
mean?
No people are there.
It means
You may ask Inda, but do not ask
It
me.
means
I
you
will
do
not
selfless
give it to you.
things without any reason.
None of us are good.
I'm good.
Baron, listen to me. The weak die.
This is true.
That's quite different than being kind.
Yes.
What?
But it is the way of things.
Not you.
I don't want your point. I don't need it.
It's technically mine.
Why do you keep giving away your money?
This man Ben makes me sick. He just gives away the money every time.
What does this money bring you? Nothing.
Ben, you need
Happiness.
money to
I
have-
don't.
to do things. in
How
this
would you
world.
eat? How would you have shelter?
Now you can make your own shelter. You can
Ben,
kill
if
them,
you
hunt
leave
your
your
own
monastery and you
That's
see
true,
how
Badi.
points unnecessary.
I have learned nothing.
Where you are, you do not need money, correct?
Correct.
Caramel button.
That is why.
Come on, buddy.
This
You
is-
learn that points have no value.
You're like an
that is
enormous.
not
You
true.
are like an enormous infant.
This is why people
Yeah.
are angry and
You walk like
Kill.
one too.
this. I'm just gonna put it.
Really? Because I think it's
On the small
religion that's
table.
In the
why
table.
that happens.
Yeah.
I already
but-
took the money.
All right.
I put it in my pocket with the rest of his money.
Let's ask this one
Add
at
1 point to keep track of it.
the bar if he knows anyone who's come back from that tower.
I'll wave him over to us.
This man may not speak to us about this.
He might not, but he's the innkeeper. He would
Innkeeper,
know.
Roll a persuasion check.
Roll a
I have a
check.
question.
He's rolled fire in the box. That's fine. 26.
What'd you say?
Persuasion?
9.
What?
I have a question for you. I have this coin here. If you would
Speak
answer
up.
me a question.
You don't have it. I took it.
Hello. Can you come over here for a moment?
What for?
I have this point. If you would like to answer a question for me.
Gets up and
You're giving him a point for one question.
I don't know what point he's talking about.
oh, so this must be some question.
Would you bargain with me? I give you this for a question. Is
It's
that,
not a bargain.
is that how to do it?
What's he
Anyway,
holding?
anyway.
It's his
Uh,
hand.
So,
If you ask me anything about my anus,
Wait, has someone asked you about that recently? Because that's a very weird thing to bring up.
very odd.
did someone tell you to come in here and ask me about my anus?
I only remember
No.
for the anus.
Roll a persuasion check.
Did you scare my?
6.
Listen. Sometimes a man has things happen, and he doesn't need a whole damn town talking about it.
Sounds like a halfling mishap.
And then he just walks away.
That was well done there. Nice job.
Oh, I sat on a cat.
Bingo!
Burn.
He knows how to ask the tough questions.
I thought I did what you told me.
You are not very good at this.
In fact, you're awful. Maybe the worst I've
You
ever
should
seen.
not be asking the tough questions anymore.
Can you?
I feel like whatever he was going to ask was not as tough as a question as what he thought we were going to ask.
Can you stand there and look intimidating at all?
Cross your arms.
And your eyes.
Hey, stick out your lip. Like, how's your jaw? Like, look scared.
That is scary.
You look constipated.
I am quite scared of this hair.
So okay, let's. So the man at the tower in his left pocket has something we need. Let us just go.
That seems like
It's not in his left pocket. It's in the right one.
Walks back out over to the bar going, man can't sit in his own business, grabs a bottle without being harassed, and like alcohol's going as he goes, and then he slams the door to the back
Let's
room.
leave before this man has an outburst.
So, he left.
Yeah.
So there's nobody else in this whole room now besides us.
Roll a perception check. A 1. There's a lot of people here.
No.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot. It's a small place, right? But there are like 3 other tables at least that are full, that are whispering quietly to themselves, probably asking about what's going on with this guy's anus.
Oh, well then I'll get up and walk to one of the tables.
Okay. So you walk to one of the tables, and it's a couple older women, both tieflings, right? Very like wrinkled and wizened, and their hair. One of them has just absolutely white hair coming off of her red skin that is dulled a bit. And the other one, the ends are white. You can still see like dark black roots, kind of like the opposite of what you would expect to see. Similar coloration though, might be sisters. And they're just having a conversation with themselves, sitting at their table, quietly.
Excuse me, ladies.
Oh, here he goes again.
Yes.
How are you today? I was wondering if you'd be
Understand why he does.
willing to answer me a question. And I must say, your hair is as beautiful as the mountain snow.
Is he trying to mate with them?
Roll a roll persuasion.
I bet you 1 point, and one of them hits him.
I'm not going to bet against you on that.
It'd be very on brand.
What did you say to make that man so upset?
Nothing. I was gonna ask him a question, and he got mad about.
If you're a troublemaker, don't come over here making trouble with us.
No, absolutely not. I simply wanted to know if anybody has ever come out of the tower before.
And the other one says, "What are you?
He's a greased dwarf.
I'm a dwarf. You've never
You're
seen.
not a dwarf.
I am. I lost my hair.
You're so smooth."
I am. Would you like to touch my hair?
No! Why? I never.
He might have a disease.
Would you? Do you happen to know if anyone's ever come out of the tower?
The what?
The tower and the outside.
What is he saying? I don't know what he's saying. What is you? I'll roll a persuasion check again.
5.
I think we should leave. I haven't finished my scone yet. The scones here aren't very good. I don't know why you even ordered them. And they start talking about scones.
Thank you, ladies.
You're an idiot.
It almost worked.
That was bad.
Why?
Let us go. We are making a scene.
A scene.
Yeah, I don't really want to draw attention to myself.
Scene. I asked a simple question.
You are a hairless dwarf.
You're simple.
Are we sure he's a dwarf? What if he's a short, stocky man?
I am certain.
Do something only a dwarf could do.
I am certain. I'm going to. Do you know the dance where you
Oh,
get where you get down like this?
Oh yeah.
I do that.
Yeah. Roll a dexterity check.
Not performance?
Performance. Yeah, you can do performance.
Or what? Or dex? 19.
God!
He's doing it. And you're pretty sure. Only a dwarf.
I'm gonna play my fiddle to his dance.
No,
Okay.
not the fiddle,
Roll
please.
Roll a performance check.
If this is going on, I'm going outside.
Finally! 17!
I leave.
Yeah. So this like. Fiddle song starts coming up while he's doing this dance. People are like, yeah, it's breakfast time, guys. But you are rocking these 3 tables that are full. They are into it. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
perfect. I'm gonna keep it going
Okay.
for a minute, and then after I'm gonna go. I'll be like, thank you. I'll probably be back later if you'd like another show. Is there anyone that would like to help me with the question?
While he's asking
No.
that question, what are you doing? You're just standing outside. Or,
Yeah, I'm with him too.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
I don't want to be.
outside.
Roll perception checks. You go
I'm
outside.
also walking towards the door.
13.
It's the first time I played good.
15.
What?
Okay.
I see rain.
You see rain.
If there's any kind of overhang or anything, I'm standing under that.
Yeah, there is a little one. You guys are pretty close, right? But the door opens in, so when he opens the door to come out, you guys are right there. But he doesn't bump you with the door. But you look off and you see that gentleman certainly is still on that like raised covered platform that's in front of the Kaifen, sitting there. Off a ways. You're kind of like. Right, so the city's built. The Kaifen is right in the center, and then there's this circle right around it. People are still, giving this Kaifen a bit of a berth, though maybe a little bit less of a berth than they did in other towns, right? And you're kind of like, the platform's right in front, and you guys are off to the side, but you can see over, and the gentleman still seems to be sitting there.
Are there any town guards or anything walking?
There are no town guards. You have not seen any town guards.
Is there anybody around that looks even remotely official?
With a 13, the gentleman on the platform is the only one that you
Alright.
notice.
I would like to grab the attention of just someone walking by.
Okay. And you kind of push past them a little bit as you step out a bit into the rain to get someone's attention. And it's another woman, this one much younger, as she's pushing a cart, and she has a bit of muscle to her, right? 'Cause she's pushing a cart through the mud, and this is 3 days worth of sopping wet mud. So it is tough going, but she's getting it moving as you stop her. And she kind of looks over to you, and she's missing a couple of her teeth. And she's, yes?
Excuse me, I'm not from around here. My name is Inda. I see this social event with the Kaifen, and I hear that people come out of it.
Social event?
It seems to be. People come to it.
It's justice.
Very well, justice, whatever you wish to call it. People come out of it? Is this true? I hear this.
Roll persuasion check.
Persuasion, that's going to be a 12.
Yes, people come out of it.
Do you know of anyone that has come out?
I've seen it plenty of times. It happens all the time.
I'm curious because I've never seen such a thing. I would like to speak to one of these people if that is all possible.
Go find one of them then and bother them. I have to get going. God, she kind of pull it back a bit. Oh. As she continues to walk on.
Well, I come back over to Professor Tanaka, and I say to him, it seems that a bunch of people have come back, and not just one or two, so finding someone should be relatively easy and to speak to.
Okay. That's what the guy said yesterday.
No, but a lot, not just rarely.
I think it's a cult.
No, I don't know. I couldn't say one way or the other.
I don't like cults.
What do you define as a cult?
And then everyone else comes out as well, and you guys are kind of jostled again from under this tiny little overhang.
Wait, we're coming out?
Well, he said he was going to leave after.
Oh, did anybody give us money?
No.
Oh.
You get the distinct idea that people in this town don't really have
Oh, okay.
money, never mind to give as a tip.
You two
There's
don't
a
really
game.
understand laying low, do you?
There's a game that I used to play with a good friend. I think we could get this item, whatever it is, from this man.
Okay. What do I have to do?
I will distract him. You will take what is in his pocket
Okay.
from him. We will make sure that nothing happens to you.
No one touch my gnome!
You're leaving the
It has to dry.
Oh, goodness.
I cannot light a fire now with the rain.
Right, I forgot, but that's,
No one touched my
That's creepy.
Where are you leaving your gnome?
By the fire?
Yeah, the fire to dry off. Yeah.
That's a terrible idea. They just stink.
The barkeep is not there to say anything about that. He is in the back room.
This is getting kind
Buddy,
of messed up.
Could we just move him to our room?
He's in the room, wasn't it?
Well, we know.
Checked out. We said we weren't staying another night.
I'll buy another day.
You don't have any money.
I'll dance for you.
I'd never want to see that dance again that you did.
He was diseased. If you touch him, you'll catch him. That's fine.
Let's go. I want to see what he's doing.
Okay. Let me.
Persuasion check.
Do not talk to this man. Let me talk to the man, and Bree will get what is in his pocket.
I simply think we could ask, but
I asked yesterday and I am much cuter than you, and he told me no.
Cuter?
He looks like a bouncing baby boy.
You're a
If you
bald-grown
weren't so
dwarf
mean to
man,
me.
baby.
That's not nice. I prefer if you'd be nice to me, but
Listen,
I played my fiddle with you.
you did.
I have no objection to this plan, but I feel like it's a way to get tossed out of this town.
Bree is ready.
Or
By this man who threw someone into that tower yesterday.
Maybe
we could
you
get
should
thrown
bring-
into it.
And that was for starting a bar fight. This is from stealing from that guy who did that to him.
I understand this.
Maybe you should bring Knock with you. I don't want to.
We
take
should
a
be ready
chance.
to leave, yes, if we have to.
Keep him there. Don't bring him in the rain. He doesn't deserve
But
it.
if we have to leave
You guys are
quickly,
all outside, by the way.
then Knock
One
is going to get
All
left
right.
I will
here.
catch
Are we doing this or not?
I
think
promise.
we should.
Doing what?
Taking what is in this man's pocket. If
I'm
there is
ready.
trouble, we will stand together.
Buddy, I can do it.
Whoa.
And the door opens, and the old women are like, ah, "You're standing in the doorway. You need to."
If there is trouble, will you help us?
I want to ask them too.
Don't get your hair
See,
wet.
I knew we cannot trust this one.
As they're trying to
I'm
move
trying to
past
keep
a
a low
lot of you.
profile.
I
I don't
want
exactly
them to-
blend in here.
As
For
for what?
Look at
I'm
me.
going to ask the.
Why are you trying to keep a low
Look,
profile?
I'm in the rain. What do you need?
Hold on.
Who are some people?
Okay, how many do you
Pointing
need to do this
someone
then?
that has exited the
Just
Kaizen
distract
before?
this man.
Someone of
and
note,
bring things what is in
a
his
shopkeeper,
pocket.
a
She is the
butcher,
shopkeeper.
a
Roll a
anything.
persuasion check.
She's closest to the pocket. He may not even see her there.
Who will distract?
I will distract.
17.
So we should not all go.
No.
Point you
Okay.
to someone that's left the
Or
Kaifen.
Inda could
Anyone.
distract.
Is that a joke?
No, no.
How about just the three of you then?
I'm not from around here. I've heard plenty of people have exited the Kaizen.
This is
Yes, you may draw
morbid.
more
Let's
attention
get
than
going.
I'll be ready if you
And
need
they
me, but-
continue to walk away.
Ooh.
I don't want it to feel like we're all approaching him at once. That'll be a little bit.
You and I will talk to this man about justice
That's a good idea.
while Brady takes the item.
I can't control what she does. I can know. I simply want to know what his ways of life are.
Yes, of course. Okay, let's do this then.
Good luck.
All right. So what's
You
happening?
guys should be close by in case anything
Watching from
happens.
here.
Is there anywhere out of the rain
No.
nearby?
How
inside,
far away is it?
inside a building.
How far away is it?
What was his name? Did he mention it before?
No.
Okay.
Really?
I hit.
You have a note of his name.
How
You could
far
put
away
this
is it?
man to sleep, could you not?
I have no idea how strong he is.
Couple hundred
And
yards,
if I can-
probably.
and if I
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm
No,
gonna
no
stay.
way.
Yeah, it's not super far. It's
I understand.
If it's okay, I'm gonna stay under this.
If it
Cover.
comes to that, then
just
we
over this, like
strike him.
Unless
it's like
Bucky
4
would
by
to
4.
I can't.
Try.
Is that an
We
invitation
do not
or
want
a
to
proposition?
No, but it's a last ditch effort.
We do not want to fight him. That would be a mistake.
Almost certainly.
We just want to take what.
The
is in
longer
his
you
pocket.
talk about it,
Shut up, Bird.
He's probably watching you right now talk about it. He's right over there.
There's a lot of rain.
you could just ask him. Be
I
done with it.
Just go do it.
I asked him yesterday.
I'm gonna start walking.
Why don't you go
we're
along
walking,
too,
we're
man? You
walking.
can ask him.
I hit.
Zephahim
I hailed him.
is just walking
I'm
in
walking.
the rain.
I hailed him.
He doesn't seem to notice at first, right? He's kind of he's been here ostensibly he's been here all night, right? So he's kind of relaxing, and so you walk up to this big, at least 4-story wooden tower of this like strange white wood that doesn't seem to grow around here, right? And there's this platform that's about 10 feet in the air, and you have to kind of go over to the far side of this platform to get to the stairs that lead up to it from the direction you came, which you are welcome to do from yesterday when you did. And this is by far the largest outdoor covered area that you see. It's entirely covered, seems to be dry. There, as you remember from yesterday, is just one chair at all, that he's sitting in. But as you walk up, it is just Zephahim and Inda.
Yes.
Yes, I've snuck around behind the platform.
Okay. Roll a stealth check at disadvantage. Well,
It's pouring, so should it at least be a straight roll?
yeah. Yeah, because the rain would kind of obscure you a little bit, but you're going somewhere where there's no one else. Let's just do.
Oh, it's not terrible. 16.
So you are at the bottom, the base of this like 10-foot tall platform, kind of. And you can see the scaffolding in it, right? It's not a covered thing underneath. So you kind of like get underneath it and you're in it a little bit. So you're actually covered too by being underneath this platform.
So I figure I'll wait for them to distract him or engage him in conversation, and I'll try and jump up onto the. Is there space on the platform for me to like jump up behind him?
It's pretty big, yeah.
Okay.
It's at least 10 feet across, probably more than that. I'm trying to, what is this D&D world, right? So 10 feet is 2 people standing there. So, right, so it's at least 15 feet, right? It's a pretty large platform there. And as you come up, he kind of like is sitting back in the chair. It might look a little tired until you come up and he sees you. He goes, here to join me for the vigil.
Here to learn. In truth.
Sure, come out of the rain. You both look soaked.
We were speaking on this. In Darbaz, this is not how justice is served.
Is that where you're from, Dalbaz?
Yes.
Both of you. Yeah?
We have spent much time there, yes.
Good. Lovely town. Haven't been there in quite some time myself. A bit bigger than Mopit. Well, what did you need to know about our wonderful town here? Looking to become a citizen?
Not quite. Why do you throw people into the Kaifan?
Well, I don't really throw people into the Kaifan. The Kaifan takes them because they've done something that is wicked. And they come out when they are cleansed and their soul is clean.
But if it is the will of Sazish, then...
If it is the will of Sazish, it is the will of Sazish. You were here yesterday, yes, when that gentleman was put in, just as many before. It is obviously the will of Sazish.
It is just so alien to
I suppose this is
us.
so.
We've never seen the Kaifan open in any case.
They would never open it in Darbaz.
It wasn't really open.
I'm very confused by
I mean, for a second, sure, but it's not as if we leave the door open to the world.
Oh, of course. What
Okay.
happens down there?
I'm gonna try and jump up because I think he's sufficiently distracted.
Okay, I think you can climb it,
Okay.
but it's wet.
Okay.
And it's the middle of the city, and it is the most eye-catchy thing. So what I need you to roll is a stealth check, but I need you to do that at disadvantage, definitely.
10.
10.
Wolf.
Okay. Okay, you climb up. What are you doing? Are you going all the way onto the platform?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if I can use my thieves' tools to my advantage.
Okay, these tools are a lot of like lock picking.
I also
Right.
have a small mirror and then a pair of narrow-bladed scissors.
Mm-hmm.
You mean, can I use scissors? Just be like,
Sure. Yeah, I think that's the thing that thieves do, right?
yeah.
Certainly. You have to get up to him to do it, and ideally not have him see you when you do it. But are you going onto the platform?
I mean, if I'm gonna try that, then yes.
Okay. You go up onto the platform from the side, and it says, "You could have just taken the stairs." It's a lot of effort, isn't it?
Why do you serve justice this way? I still don't understand.
Are you the little girl from yesterday?
Who
I
cares
just
about
want
this
to
girl?
learn more.
Do you know this one?
Roll a deception check for me.
13.
Okay. You were speaking to me yesterday, asking me weird things. What were you asking, Dalbaz?
I was asking. What was I asking?
Oh, join us for vigil. Join us for vigil.
What? I have a couple of questions. One is, what do you believe happens in the Kaifan? As I doubt you've been in there yourself. What is it that you believe happens in there?
I believe Sazish sends down one of his chosen to cleanse the evil out of those that are brought in, and once they take Sazish into their hearts and their souls, they come forth again, cleansed.
in senses, I am a bit of a traveler myself, and I am just eager to learn new things. I would like an opportunity to interview someone that has been inside the Kaifen and has been cleansed. So if there's anyone that I may speak to learn about this encounter, this experience, I would love the opportunity.
But that would be impossible.
Why is that? If they've come out.
Well, yes, they come out of the Kaifen, but they've committed a crime. They still have to pay for the crime.
So they come out cleansed and then they are executed?
And their souls are free to ascend in the afterlife.
I see.
This is very different than Dalbaz.
Yes, it is.
Well, Dalbaz doesn't have much of a system of justice, nor do they have a way set to cleanse the souls of those who have gone wayward.
Who made this system here?
Oh, it's been around longer than I have.
But you uphold this system.
Yes, I think every citizen of Mopit helps to uphold this system in their own way.
Well,
I am Aga of Mopit, so it is my job to uphold as best I can.
far be it from me to tell others how to run their own cultures and societies.
Would you have us do it differently?
No, not at all, not at all.
It has been suggested we just throw everyone into the tower so that everyone is cleansed. However,
Do you know Alor? The Aga of Dalbaz?
Alor, I haven't met him. No, the problem with the Aga is we are needed in our own cities. It's very difficult to travel between and meet each other and discuss. I am here for Mopit, and I will do my darndest to help the people here.
But you said you spent time in Dalbaz.
In my younger years, yes, I
You are
was
not
a bit
from here, then.
No, I'm from further south.
Further south.
Yes.
Dalbaz.
Yes. I did a bit of traveling of the cities in my youth after university.
University. What did you go there for?
Roll a history check. To learn, to be educated.
For what reason? What do you learn there?
You learn how to walk in the world as an intelligent person, how to make decisions. That's one of the things that helped me become Aga here.
I see.
And helps me be an effective one, I think.
I think I learned many of these things living in Dalbaz.
Also important, yes, but travel is also important. All of these things, they're all pieces of the puzzle for expanding our souls and helping us to become better individuals in the light of Dalbaz. Look at this, a kitty cat.
Bingo.
Well, this has been very educational. Be sure to note all of this in my notes and ledgers.
Ah, you a historian?
Looking to be one, yes. We gotta start somewhere.
Can I run all the way to it? To
Yeah.
the stairs?
Sure.
Run up the stairs?
Where's he going?
Oh, wow.
I have a question, and then
Oh,
as I get to the top, I want to trip.
yeah.
As he's doing this, I'm gonna walk towards the guy.
Okay. Oh.
Trip and roll myself into
And try
Them
and
and
stick
him.
my hand
Make an
in his
acrobatics
pocket.
check to try to get yourself just where you want to be.
Are you seeing
natural
this?
one.
I don't know what they're doing.
Oh God!
You watch. The three of you watch.
I can squeeze you. We're watching too. We're sitting right over here.
And I think
we watch him sprint over.
Yeah, and I think you watch him sprint all the way, mud flying right as his feet are hitting. But he's quick.
It's like
He's
Charlie
a
Brown
monk,
running
right?
to kick the
And he
football.
goes over, and he gets to the stairs, and he just continues up with this slender gracefulness. And when he gets to the stop, he sees him and he says, "Excuse me," and then falls backward right off of this platform. Roll an acrobatic, a dex saving throw. This would be a saving throw.
I thought you were gonna fall in
5.
And
Boom! You fall flat on your back, wind knocked out of you. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as...
Would you say the man on the platform is distracted by
Whoa! Now! And he's up out of the chair, and he's like, "Oh, someone help that boy!
I'm
What
gonna
is
try- I'm
happening?"
gonna try and stick my hand in his pocket.
No, let me do it.
You know, Ted, if we left right now,
Roll a sleight of
left
hand.
here right
I'm gonna go. I have to go take care of this idiot.
6.
He catches your hand and squeezes,
Ugh.
and then looks back to you. And I think it does go quiet.
you just did it.
What do you think you're doing?
You have something in there that you don't want us to see.
I wonder what they're saying.
And he squeezes a little tighter, but does not let go.
it
of
seems
you.
like it's working out.
Okay.
Would you like?
I did not need to go to university to learn this.
Would you like to see what's in my pocket?
Of course. That is why I tried to do this.
He releases your hand,
Oh,
but doesn't move.
Shut up, Burn.
So your hand is still poised near his pocket, and he has released it.
So I'm gonna slowly
Sure.
reach towards
Okay.
Gotta be his
and
own
try
hand.
He's
and
definitely
take
gonna cut
whatever
over
out.
Okay. You
Bingo.
pull out.
A cat.
Okay.
An
giant,
entire
massive
feline.
You
cat.
pull out your own.
You
hand.
pull out a handkerchief, and it's green and it's kind of embroidered. And you kind of look at it for a second, and some of it's like the embroidery, right, and the and some of it, these green, yellowish embroideries might be something else. You're holding a handkerchief.
Do I know what it is?
I want to open it up
It's used.
and
Oh.
look at it in its entirety.
Make a perception check. Perception check. You're there if you want to check out the hanky. I assume you're getting up and
Perception.
yeah.
I got a natural 20, so it's a 25.
14.
7.
Some really gross movie.
14, 7,
25.
25.
Natural 20 though.
It's a used handkerchief. This guy has snotted into this handkerchief probably all day and probably has bad allergies in this season, right? It's not the most attractive thing. It's moist. Use that word specifically. Yes, it is that.
I will give it back to him.
Me.
There are, and you haven't seen them before. You don't know this. You're not a magic person, but either there's really weird writing that isn't enough to like make sentences or anything on here, or there's like magical runes on this snotty handkerchief. You hand it back to him,
I'm gonna start crawling
No.
back to Buddy, screaming her name.
It's covered in
and,
boogers.
and he kind of shakes and he says, "Is this what you want?"
Why were you protecting this?
Protecting? It's in my pocket.
Yes, I understand, but
Is this what you want?
yes.
I can give it to you.
For what price?
What are you willing to give?
I take out my quarterstaff and I say I will give you this in trade.
No, that won't do.
It is a good walking stick for you.
Give me the dwarf.
It is important to walk. Although my back doesn't bend. And I don't go far. The Aga house is right across the way.
Do you want money for this? I could give you some money for this.
His eyes open and they are red. And not the color red, the entire things. It's like a hole of red, right? There's no eyeball. You're looking into the sockets, and behind it is just this pulsating redness. Almost muscular. Almost like an organ. But sunken in. And his voice echoes as he speaks now. How much are you willing to give?
Ooh, something's happening over there.
And that his voice is there, right? But it's echoed with this other strange bass.
Have I seen something like this before?
No.
I could give you 2 hex for this.
You don't understand. But 2 may do. You're missing 1 already. The stink of Dalbaz is on you.
Is that what you want?
2.
2 hex.
2 points.
2 points.
And he points to the door and he says, You need to bring them to me, and then you can have it.
I will not go there. We do not have a deal.
He can't take it.
What is your name?
Nothing will happen, except that I will take just what we have agreed. Nothing more.
Get him down. He's eating food.
I will take no flesh. No more than 2.
From where?
From you.
No. I do not trust you. You do not make a deal in blood, I don't trust you.
Are you Sazish?
Yes.
Then what is not to trust?
You make a deal in blood,
No.
then I did not go. I trust the will of Sazish, not you.
Sazish. This is how we do his will.
I do not take my orders from you.
Did Dalbaz take blood?
He wanted it. I did not give him blood.
Blood is not what he wanted.
How do you know these things? How do you know Dalbaz?
I smell Dalbaz on you.
I will not make this deal.
This will help you.
What? You think this deal will help?
And he pulls out the rag. It will. For time to come.
You make the deal in blood or no deal at all.
You can have this one's blood.
Your blood. My blood.
2 parts of a deal. 1 part is 2 parts for this. Second part of the deal is my blood for an equal amount of your flesh. This is a deal you want. You choose the amount, however much. I will give you my blood. I have blood to spare.
What is stopping us from killing this man and taking it from him? You.
That is not how we do things. Sazish.
You want me to walk into the Kaifan and come back with 2 points?
If you walk in the Kaifan with a deal, it will be a quick trip.
Fine. I'll make this deal.
Gestures over to the door and starts walking as he.
I'll walk in.
Wait.
Bernie, you okay?
He pulls the door open. You absolutely get flung in, like chest first.
Oh,
the
shit.
door slams behind you as if like a vacuum pulls it closed again. And the guy's, oh wow! Oh, well, an active one he is, yes.
What are you?
I am a god
What are you
of
really?
Mopit.
What are you really?
That is what I am. If you want to live in this world, you should understand what that means. How much blood do you want?
Like something I can contain with my person at all times, like a vial. Or
You have a vial?
I have an adventurer's pack, which I believe I could use like something.
Water skin or something.
Yeah, water skin would be fine.
I mean, yeah.
It's probably the only container I have.
Do you want a water skin full of demon blood?
That's what I want. Adventuring. Wait, that's the number.
Yeah, the water skin's the only container I think I have, so that's what I'll use.
Okay, he was very serious. You get to choose the amount.
Yeah.
What?
The water skin.
The whole
Just-
5-gallon water skin. Oh,
What?
5 gallon.
They're
Five
not.
gallon.
Oh,
5
okay.
gallons. They're not 5
They're
gallons.
5 pounds.
I run down the stairs to Bernie.
5 pounds.
5 pounds.
That's how heavy the water
Okay.
skin is.
Sure.
It's not that much.
It isn't flesh.
5 pounds of flesh.
Yeah.
And also,
okay.
that's a lot of blood there. You know, 5 pounds of blood.
What's a demon?
He's not.
Bird!
5.
Get up!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Get the fuck up, Bird!
Mark in your inventory 5 pounds of demon blood.
Pounds, Chad. 5 pounds
Here.
of demon
A
blood.
vial or like a 5-pound water skin, something like that.
You guys said half full.
No.
He said,
How tall are you?
he said quarter ounce.
Go hard or go home.
How tall are you?
Pretty tall, 6'1".
Are you stocky?
Yeah.
At the break, I'll send you the item because you guys are there now.
Okay.
On
He
this.
just went in. He whooped that.
Yeah, you guys.
He just went in.
Because when that door slams, It's this reverberation of sound that cuts through the falling rain. It is noticeable.
Buddy.
This is dark magic, 10.
I run down the stairs
Yup.
and I get Burn on his feet. I just get the fuck up now.
I don't even know
I don't
what
know.
I'd be doing.
I don't
right
know what
now.
he is,
He looks at
but
you.
he just
now
took
the only
a-
one up on the platform, rather than says,
He just took Zephyr.
now you know what was in my pocket. Are you glad to know?
Sure.
Walks back over. Sits on his chair.
I'm gonna get down.
I'm gonna go up there and bang on the door.
Okay. You walk up and you're banging on the
Let
door.
me in!
Oh, that's not just playing a little profile.
Maybe he'll get sucked
Nope.
in too.
Oh god.
Do you want to go in as well?
Buddy, help me.
We're like 100 feet away.
I'm yelling. I'm not being subtle here. Get him out now.
I'll start walking over when
Yeah.
Garen calls me.
Yeah, and you see him pounding on the door to the Kai Fen.
Get him out now.
The door opens and you come stumbling out, holding a water skin, closed tight around you. Left or right? Left. You have no skin on the left side of your face.
Okay.
And it's openly bleeding.
Oh fuck! I go back up the stairs and I go to do healing word on him immediately.
Sure. Yeah. So roll for healing. I think whatever it is heals you to full. That you are scarred, man. You are scarred.
Wasn't that much fun?
Well,
That you can see.
will you
Yeah, it's
continue the vigil, or will you be off now?
It is time for us to go.
Get away from him. Let's go.
As you all start making your way down the stairs, we can go ahead and take a break. But before we do, you're in a dark space. And there's nothing to see. It's just pure blackness. You can't even see the floor you're on. You can see yourself, right? But if it's this dark, if there's this much darkness, if there's this much lack of light, right? You shouldn't be able to see your feet, but you can see yourself in stark color. And then out of the shadows is this large creature. And it's hunched a bit, and its skin is gray. And its hands are huge. And each of its nails are like short swords, razor sharp. And they would probably rake across the ground, but there is no ground. And it's almost lizard-like, but it's not quite because it's flesh as it walks. This strange, humanoid, skinny-bodied figure with these razor hands. And it comes forward towards you. And it's in your face. How much?
Feel this.
Feel it.
Feel it. The whole thing.
He pierces himself with one of these razor sharp nails, and blood streams, and he catches it, and blood gets all over it, right? It's not catching it well, and he is gushing blood from this huge gaping wound as he and puts his hand over it, and blood continues to spurt out around his hand. As he hands you the water skin back, he says,
Yo, Bryce.
"Hold on tight. Don't drop it. Left or right." And with his razor sharp nails, he, ever so gently, but quickly and efficiently, skins the left side of your face and much of the skin on your torso. And you didn't undress, but somehow in this place, his nail can go through whatever you're wearing and just take a big sliver off of you, as he then has this huge thing of skin that he brings up to his big maw with these tiny but razor sharp teeth all around, and he devours your skin. It's the gnarl. Let's take a break. We are going to be back in just 10 minutes with the rest of episode 4 of Icosacast. This stuff is getting good. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. 10 minutes, we will be back.
Sweet.
All right, and we're back. The party makes their way, those that were up, down the wooden stairs of this platform in front of the Kai Fen. Where are you all going?
So, what was that about?
Back to the inn.
I do not want to.
Back to the end. Okay, so you're kind of leading.
Did you... What was in this pocket?
I do not want to talk about it.
Oh shoot!
Let's just go back to the inn. Come on.
Yeah. So you guys.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You went into the
Right,
thing.
And I came back, did I not?
Yeah, but you're missing.
Let's just get into the. Can we go into the inn, please?
Does it hurt?
You are going to get used to this, or
Lucas!
you are going to get used to it.
You named him Lucas?
Please, get into the inn. We don't need to discuss it out here. You don't have to come if you don't like. Please.
Okay, so you guys kind of open up the door to the inn, and there's some people around, and the innkeep is back out into that main room, and he has a bottle in his hand. It's at least half gone of whatever he was drinking as he's over here, and he's talking to some of the people, and you hear him say, "They said it was diseased? Diseased? Did they come down from Golden Inn?" And then he turns to see you guys come in. "What are you bringing me? Pestilence?"
Look, he touched it. That's what happened.
Roll a
Deception check.
woo, with advantage. I mean, you have all of the. He's helping, right? Like you have all.
16.
Uh, yeah. And he backs up and he knocks a chair out over and like practically moves the table as his back up against the bar. He says, "Get it out of here!"
What I really need is a good oven somewhere. Somewhere I can burn it and be done with it.
Beast, what you need is an oven.
Yes. So I can burn my friend and then take the bones from the fire and then wear them, yes.
It'd be better for meat on a table than a seated one. Get your.
I'll
Don't
Oh.
pay him.
He can't.
take out a.
A what?
I found a
Pocket
A
list?
silver.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I'll say, just leave us alone. Let us stay.
Roll persuasion at way disadvantage.
That's
No, yeah,
way
so roll a disadvantage.
6.
Get him out of here! The lot of you! I'm not having that happen to me. I'm not having it.
I'm gonna dash over to knock, pick him up, and take him.
Yeah, okay, you run over to knock and get it. And he just goes and kind of fumbles with the door and goes in and slams the door closed. The bottles rattle on the shelf of the bar. Everyone else is cleared out. They're like moving past you, the couple people that were still in there.
Well, we did an excellent job laying low. As expected.
Yeah.
I didn't kill anyone this time.
You should have killed
Wait,
me.
when did you kill people?
What?
That was not very...
Does anybody have a knife?
I do.
I need to borrow your knife.
I passed him my dagger. Not the special one, the regular, mundane one.
What was the special dagger?
The one that I took that he was stabbed with.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Okay. So
I'm
he
gonna
hands you a dagger.
take out my blanket and I'm gonna kind of put it on my head. Take a quick measure. And I'm gonna pretty much I'm gonna cut a tiny hood
Yeah.
out of my blanket and then tie it like to my armor so that it'll stay.
Okay.
Yes.
So that you're the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I'm not gonna cover my face. I'm just gonna have it kind of hang over on my
Okay, so
head.
like cast a shadow.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're traveling. Where are we going? We're not welcome here. Because someone was in the kind of What the fuck was in there? They said it purifies people. I want to know what
I
happens.
told you I don't want to discuss this.
Oh, can we tomorrow?
Especially
at
with
least?
you. I don't trust you at all.
I'm so interested. No one else wants to know.
He said he doesn't want to talk about it, and I somehow doubt it's an issue you want to press.
Tomorrow, I'll try again. If it really does what they say it does.
Joe, I'm sending you just the physical description of this magical item because you have no way of figuring out what it does right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I would also like to know what happened within the Kaifen, but I will save my curiosity for drier times.
There must be somewhere else we can go.
That is wise. Maybe the rain is making me
Wait. Your monastery.
upset.
When people die, what do they do with them there?
Shave them.
Oh,
They throw them in the fire like you're supposed to do.
So you guys went into one of like the things that I wanted to do with this campaign without me even doing it. Shoot, man. Yeah, I want you to make your roll for it because it's a cool thing that I don't want to just tell you.
Me?
Yeah, so roll a.
Burial practices, man. So that's the
Burial rites.
They launch you into space with a catapult.
History or
Wait,
nature check.
can I inspire him?
The old Welcome
No.
to the Dragon.
I don't
Okay.
inspire. Ooh, I think you're about to try and remember something. Let me sing you a song. I can't.
Alright, let's do it.
Unless you think of a way to make that.
4.
Don't fuck.
You haven't. So dwarves are buried in the earth, right? I mean, dwarves are buried in the earth. You haven't seen a funeral at the monastery.
No one's died while I was there.
No one's died. How long have you been there?
Many years.
And no one's died that whole time.
What does many years mean?
How old are you?
7, 1,000.
How old are you?
Yeah, I get really excited when you guys started caring about funerals and stuff because I got a whole thing.
We can go
How old are you?
ask them.
How old are you, Bird?
Stop.
Wait, let me guess.
Stop asking me
Do you
questions.
not know? Do you not know how old you are?
Bird.
I'm just gonna walk away with
Yeah.
Knock because I'm very aggravated.
Knock is dead.
Yeah, so you have Knock kind of in your arms,
Yeah.
almost
You're
childlike,
getting it
as
wet
you walk
again.
back into
He
the.
was trying to dry out the body.
Try and find
Knock's
someone.
not in good shape, man. It's been days.
He's been
Knock's
is he
dead.
getting- Is he getting drippy?
We need to leave.
I'll take my shirt and put it over him,
Okay.
so no one can see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to bury him.
Leave me alone.
How does it make you feel when they treat you like that?
He said that I can't be like this.
When
It's
they
hard.
mock you and make fun of you? Do you feel angry, Baron?
And you're bald, too.
You feel it within you. Let me tell you something. Rage is a well that never runs dry. Use it.
No, leave me alone.
Do not reject it.
Yeah, I can do that.
You Wow.
Bring us to your nerd fort.
I'm gonna walk in that. I would know which way that is.
All right,
Where are you
traveling
going? Which-
again, hiking. Yeah.
Back to my. Back home.
It's not the way you came in. You can go the other way.
That's
sure.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
But
You actually have to walk past the Kaifen to get there. I mean, you can give it the wide berth that most people do, and they walk around.
I don't want to be next to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you definitely start walking past the Kaifen around the back way to continue on past it.
You know, I'm kind of considering jumping in.
Everyone else is following.
Jumping in.
I'm not really giving it the widest of
What?
berths. I'm
Like I said,
No.
I want to know what's in there.
kind of trying to get like a closer look at the wood
Maybe.
because the wood is so strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perception check.
I am a good creature. Perception.
It's only a 9. Just white, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like white. You don't know if it's bleached or.
While we're walking around the Kaifen, I want to ask you guys something first. You know about these things. I don't know.
Probably.
Are they magic?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yep.
Sure.
100% sure.
I want to cast detect magic. while we're walking by it
Okay.
to see if this one is also magic because they thought something was different about it than the others.
Yeah, there's like a faint magical glow. I mean, nothing specific, right? There's nothing like this is this school of magic and does this thing, kind of, right? But yeah, there's definitely a magical aura to the Kaifed, definitely, like noticeable. It's just a big tower, over twice as big as any building here, with a veil on the top of it, and it's magic.
And the man sitting there.
You're around the back. If you follow them, you guys kind of went.
All right. Yeah, it's magic.
The bell has not rung the entire time we've been here.
His new hanky is magic.
Ooh. That. Hey, you have something that's magic on you.
I knew that was special.
What do you get?
I paid the price for this. It is mine now.
It would probably be transmutation. It's like
Magical.
I trusted that
I
woman.
don't know what that is.
I trusted that woman.
well, you get the you're supposed to know the school.
But she told me that it was important. We don't know what it is.
That's why I trusted her.
It changes things.
Changes things.
Uh-huh.
Changed him. Yeah.
It was not this that changed me.
What changed you?
That creature.
What Wait. This is going to a whole new level. There was something in there?
Did you not see the man? The way he was talking?
Did we?
No, I was at
You
the
did.
I stayed over
So
at
I
the bar.
could,
the
I
whole
could
time.
see him as like.
When he had the red eyes that were you were right there. He was next to you.
I wasn't sure if it was like something that he just.
No, I stayed near the end.
No. That was a strange thing, and it was noticeable and right
Oh,
in
I
front
forgot
of you.
you weren't there.
He
Yeah, the deal was struck.
he's more than he appears to be. Whatever that thing is, it's not just some.
That man
It's
is
not
not-
some jovial townsman.
He says he is a god. That is the leader of this town.
Is it evil?
It depends on what you mean. By evil, you say this word, but what does that mean?
Oh, there's good and evil. I mean, yeah, there's gray area between where I come from. They don't really believe in that.
Where do you come from, by the way? I've asked you this before.
I said from an island, off the coast.
From Rhode Island. I don't know where that is.
No. Off on an island, off
On-
the coast.
On an island
Yes.
off of the coast.
That's
Yes.
typically where islands are. Yes.
Yes.
the ocean.
but I don't know of any islands
I don't believe
off the coast.
I do.
I don't really know how far it is, though.
What do you know?
I don't know if you guys know how to get to the ocean.
I have never seen an ocean.
I may have.
Traveled for 2 years.
That is
Takes a lot of walking.
That is a long time. You've had this dream for 2 years.
2 months.
2 months. I traveled for 2 years. Dreamed 2 months.
But why were you traveling to begin with?
That's what I'm supposed to do. People like me leave the island.
This one.
We're allowed to.
This
I
one
don't
follows
understand
the
this.
directions given to him.
Yeah,
This
some
one
kind of
follows the
guide.
directions given to him regardless.
Some
He
kind of
doesn't think
god,
on-
yes.
How-
He doesn't think on his own.
I don't want to speak up. How much would I know about
Bam.
what tieflings like what? How much do I know the worship of Sazish versus like? I don't want to speak out of turn here.
Okay, so let's talk about So let's talk about this main pantheon of gods, right? And I think, like any minority community in a given area or civilization, right? It behooves you to know at least a little bit about the majority population that has more power, right? Tieflings worship Sazish. As far as you are concerned, Sazish is a god. It's probably an evil god, right? And I don't think I have the paper in front of me, but yeah, and he's a god of like devils. You know vaguely devils make deals. You would also probably know that most of the tieflings that worship Sazish worship him through a devil, not like direct worship. That's kind of like an offshoot variant of these worshippers. And in your mind, there are a lot of gods, right? There are the major pantheon of gods, which we talked about in our last campaign, which will be coming soon to our. If the cats don't destroy my house first, will
Never
be
get
coming.
attacked.
That was a good catch, Tom. Thank you. I hope you
That
did
was.
not hurt yourself too bad. That can go downstairs. Bingo. Yeah, so there's like that major pantheon of gods, and then this world uses generally the same like creature, like the orc gods and the gnome gods and the elf, right? Like it's the D&D thing for that, more or less. But this major pantheon.
Okay.
And they don't really like people that worship other gods. As far as the tieflings go, to you, there is one god, and it is Sazish. The other ones that are pretending for his great throne are the Junfa, right? They are powerful beings, certainly, to be respected, sure, yes. But they are rivals, at best, of Sazish.
Do the tieflings, and this might be beyond my scope,
No.
do they take it and interpret it as Sazish's always been the only god? Or have there been others before him? Is it a rotating kind of power struggle?
I mean, you can roll a religion check for that, but I think
That's beyond.
that's out of your purview.
Yeah,
If you knew stuff about gods, it would probably be about yours.
Right.
Because the Prakirkruti very much worship Prakirtikrut.
Right.
Like, probably not every single one, but as a people.
Sure.
And your character, from what we've talked about. Yeah. So if that roll was anything other than a nat 20 and your religion isn't very high,
No.
it is very unlikely you know the minutia of Sazish worship philosophy.
But in my mind, Sazish is a legitimate god as well. It's not
Yeah.
like he's.
Yeah.
But he's probably.
I don't think there's any. If Prakirtikrut is like a neutral god, right? He cares about nature. He cares
Right.
about freedom. Yeah, Sazish will mess stuff up to get what he wants. Devils will mess stuff up to get what they want. There's not too much worry about goodness. They're not trying to spread chaos. They're not Gusa.
Right.
Devils are in direct conflict with Gusa and the chaotic demons that
Sure.
are under him. So that might be a good thing. Yeah, I don't think you would have, as Tanaki does, that like strict, this is an evil thing philosophy.
Right.
I don't think you are likely to have that.
Cool.
And you guys are walking in the rain.
How far is it to your monastery?
I don't know. Couple days, maybe more. With the rain, probably more.
I'm sick of this rain. What can we do?
Walk faster.
I'm getting tired. My armor is heavy.
Then take it off.
He'd still have to carry it. He's not gonna leave it here.
At
That
this
is true.
point, I don't know what to tell you. You either come or you stay. I need to take this boy to get him burned or whatever you'd like to do with him.
Yes, we
care
should
for him
burn him,
deeply?
yes.
No. But at this point,
You see a good amount of people just sitting around, right? So there's probably a lot of people that are farmers, right? But what in the world is the point of going out into a farm with what's going on? What could you actually accomplish, right? So there are people working, moving carts, moving goods, doing simple repairs to their houses, trying to get things done. Other people are kind of sitting over maybe this like 2.5 foot little square that might pass for an overhang in front of their steps if they have like a small little box to sit in. And they're watching you as you go. You're not from here, they can tell. They are poor, dirt poor. But they don't really look at you with contempt, but you're noticeable. They're watching you as you go. And sometimes people are talking, and sometimes their conversation stops for a second as they watch you, and sometimes it doesn't. the road starts to twist and turn a little bit, right? So we can just keep building off of stuff that you've already rolled and learned and gotten for. So these towns are built on top of each other, really, right? And they're built out from the Kai-Fen because the Kai-Fen is there to protect, and so buildings want, people when they build a house and there's a Kai-Fen there, want to be close to it. So if there are spaces between houses, they might build something in between, and it starts to get really cramped. And as you go, people are trying to get, so the streets, someone might just pop up a house in the middle of a street and hope that it stays there. And if it does, maybe then the street goes like this now around the house. So there's no city planning, right? Just as there's no guards.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so it's a New England thing. Definitely New England streets. Less hilly, although this town. And as you're going, so it's a lot of twisting and turning, but you think you're going generally northward, north, and you saw that the road goes up behind these big weird plateau structures beyond the town, up northward and west. And you're going in that general direction.
We're just going to follow him then.
I don't have a better idea.
It's better than walking alone.
Are you hoping that the rest of them are going to give you silver as well?
Yes.
Alright. I'll follow along, I guess, for now.
Where else will you go?
Home.
What will you say when you get home? That the hairless dwarf was innocent?
I will tell them that I killed a few tieflings that were hunting witches. I will show them the horns I have. Maybe I will show them more in time. Who's to say?
Either way, this trouble seems to go where we go, and I have nothing better to do since the town I was skulking about in is... They know my face a little bit too well.
What are you hiding from, Inda?
I don't need anyone coming up to me asking questions about a large ox woman that attempted to murder a bunch of guards, is all I'm saying.
They drew on me. That's besides the point.
Either way,
I'm hardly the only one of us who draws attention. This one has half a face. He's from another land, beyond the ocean. At least I'm from the valley.
I do not.
yes. Well, either way,
I do not have half a face.
You're missing the skin on half your face.
my homestead has become a little bit too hot for me currently, so I should take some time away. A sabbatical, if you will.
What is this word you say so bad?
Are you a teacher?
Yes,
What do you teach?
everything.
No.
Everything?
Everything.
Like
Inda likes to teach people things.
what? Teach me something.
What you want to learn about?
Teaching friend in our language.
Ah, of course. In fact, Bern, would you like to help me?
No.
What is your problem?
To say, my friend. You say it like this. And he'll say, you simpering idiot. And that, I taught him a version that was more,
Less formal.
yes, less formal, more like, hey buddy, that sort of thing. You simpering idiot. That is a way of it being very formal and sort of high class as you seem to possibly be.
I'll say back in Infernal. It's very rude to teach someone your language in an incorrect way. It's funny when they don't know it, though.
Oh, you are so right.
Wow, you have traveled quite far, have you not?
2 years.
And you learned this language on the road?
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting.
It helps a lot, especially when you're trying to blend in. Not
says,
that I did that very well, but it helped a little bit. You know,
I think it does more harm than good.
you ask people for a favor in their native language, they're more likely to say yes.
That is true.
And then you throw some coin at them.
But you ask a
What?
tiefling as a human in their native language and they get mad or upset.
A lot of them did.
Because it is not your language to speak.
Tanaka, I do think it's kind of nice for you to not be the most noticeable one in the group.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a big.
Bird, how far away are we?
small-town one.
I'm not gonna answer him.
I can teach you my language if you wanted.
What is your language?
Free speech.
What is this free speech?
It's created by
Is
Thomas
not
Jefferson.
all speech free speech?
It's the language of my people. It is the songs we have sung for generations.
Sing
The
us,
names we give our children.
sing us a song.
You think I'm some performer to entertain you?
We have nothing better to do. This one, I cannot listen to her play her fiddle anymore.
I played really good last time.
I've never heard your friend play, though he claims to be such a master at it. Have you ever heard him play?
I have not actually. You could play for us.
It's cold. And with the rain, the strings are all messed up. It wouldn't be a good time.
We
I
need
can't
something
play the
to
fiddle in the rain.
entertain us.
I could try the flute again. I can't play the fiddle in the rain, I'm sorry.
I believe that with all the rain coming down, the water would be in the tubes and.
You were getting out towards the left tubes.
You've never seen a flute in your life.
I think this is one tube.
My saxophone.
Um,
My accordion. My bagpipes.
you continue on. You are getting out towards the outskirts of the town. Right, it's a little less congested. It's not quite the city center. And again, this isn't the largest town. It's much smaller than Dalbaz was. As you're kind of like walking and chatting, I assume that you guys have all decided you are going to follow Baron.
At this point, I just have morbid curiosity.
He has my gnome. I have to find.
I know that doesn't smell great, guys. I mean, it is
I
a-
have to see what sort of special
Several
care
day-old
was
wine.
given to him growing up.
Fetid corpse at this point.
Yeah.
Get him his weighted blanket.
All right, so you all continue on. You're taking the road
Shit, what day is
the
it?
whole way, right?
Monday.
Yes. I mean,
Is it as bad? Is the rain as bad as it was? Like,
Oh yes, it is serious.
It's never stopped.
Yes, this is the third day of nonstop heavy rain. There's not that like thunder and lightning flashing that there was, but the rain is there, consistent, heavy. You are sinking into the mud as you go, slipping as you're going. And actually, as you start heading down the road, the one road that seems to connect all of these towns, kind of heading north and west, northwest, some may say. You are going more uphill now, right? You're going into
Ooh, the mountains.
towards the hills and not really the mountains. You have
Yeah,
not
that's
hit the
mountains.
mountains yet. But this seems to be like there's these weird rock structure plateaus that are some different heights that are around, and there's like a road that kind of goes through them, right? And every once in a while, you'll actually come to a short gap that's like a small wooden bridge structure of where there's like a crack or crease, and this is where you're going, and it is quite slippery, not super steep at parts, and you can go, but it's just not comfortable and it's not easy going.
How powerful is that make us try thing you did?
Not very. Like, if I do it right now, you'll be wet again.
can you do it all the time?
Can you just like?
No.
Hey, I don't know. I'm asking.
Well, it takes a while to do the whole body too, so it's only in sections I do it.
Can you keep the
Some birds.
Can you keep the gnome's body dry?
No. I mean, that'll take a lot of energy just doing that all day, and I have to walk.
It's really not important that his body is dry, just that it is in a fire. Which is what actually matters here.
Yeah. Can we at least attempt to make a fire?
Not in this. This?
This rain will not allow for a fire.
The Shanhira will flood. And it is the wrong time of year for that.
Yeah, it probably is flooded.
Your farmers will lose their crop. The poor will starve and die in the streets in Dalbaz.
Maybe
well-
they know what's causing the rain at the monastery.
Maybe. Monks know things. Usually.
Ignoring them.
What?
I'm ignoring.
Yeah, just walking ahead, carrying the corpse of your friend with this literal weight and this figurative weight on you as you're walking, just ignoring kind of like the
How much
gibbering, the
longer?
complaining, the teasing, the joking that just doesn't seem to fit the situation as you see it.
So how far would we?
Yeah, all right.
It's super awkward then.
Yeah. So
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
48 miles an hour.
Yeah, so let's see. Are you guys going easy on the road? Are you guys
I'm walking. as fast
just
as I
trying
can.
to
I'm just
freaking
moving.
get there? Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna look out for like a legitimate spot to camp at some point if that is
Okay.
a thing.
Yes.
Because I'm not looking to be wet all night.
Can everyone roll? What am I gonna ask for? What am I gonna ask for? Just roll a con check. Just a straight con check. Let's see how well you can keep up as you're uncomfortable and survival even.
Survival?
Is survival con? No.
It's
Well,
It's whiz. Survival. Let's do survival. You're surviving.
10.
10.
14.
Natural one.
What does that
3.
12.
19.
mean? All right.
I feel great.
It's not the easiest going, right? It is miserable in this. And you're trudging along, and you got, you didn't get out at daybreak. You kind of slept in just a little bit because you were like exhausted from the night before. You had a whole thing. You were a little shaken up. One of you lost half the skin on your body.
Like 40%, 35% torso.
Yeah, that's a lot of skin.
6%.
I lost a lot of skin. That's what it is. You guys have only seen the face. but
So
it's
half
lost-
circumcised.
Okay.
not no. Yeah, so as you are moving up and it's uphill and you're slipping down as you're going through some muddy hills, and the sun starts to set, and you haven't quite reached a town yet.
Jesus Christ.
Can
Whoever that is.
I parlay that 19 survival into like I found a cave or something?
Well, is that what you guys are gonna?
Well, I know like Dan previously described this journey as potentially being a matter of weeks, not
Oh my god.
hours or days. So I'd be, obviously, well, whatever. But
Time for bed.
Medic.
the idea of keeping an eye out for something out of the rain to potentially sleep in. But I can whatever you want me to
I'm
do.
gonna say we're gonna roll again, right? Like that was a
Sure.
that was part of a party roll.
Survival again?
No. If Badi is going to try to spearhead, where can we get out of the rain? Badi can roll that, and if someone can help her, or also look or do something else that has to do with survival, since you ate breakfast this morning, it's the last thing you ate,
I'll help.
or whatever you want to do. But if I think it sounds like Badi is spearheading the okay, it's dark, it's late, let's find some shelter. Roll.
Yes.
Okay, that's survival.
But my eyes are not great. If you would help me and
I think
I'll
the
do everything
sun
I
is still
can.
setting, right? But if Inda's helping, you can either take advantage or you can each roll.
I think you should take advantage.
all right. Fuck that dice. Fuck that dice too. 8.
You are on a long, straight road that keeps going, and it's dark, right? And you're getting into a bit higher elevation, right? You're not up in mountains, right? There's definitely nothing like that, but you're going up, and you've been going uphill and then flat for a while as you're moving, and you you don't see anywhere to go. Like maybe if you like climbed down this hill and got down like between like where these like plateau things are, you could get over there. But you don't know if you get back up or you just might slide down with the mud and get covered by it, right? Like it doesn't look good. It's not ideal situation.
Yes. This rain is disgusting. Has it ever rained like this before around here?
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't rain this time of year.
There's something wrong with this.
Yep. Yep.
Something is
Something wrong.
out of balance or angry.
Huh? Maybe it's because that little dude died. You're holding him.
No. It started before then.
Oh.
Nock died in this rain. But it began before.
Huh. Interesting.
Right around the time that we were in that first town.
As you guys are walking, you see someone. Just as the sun's setting. And it's an old man.
Oh.
Like, old. And drenched as he's walking, right? In like these old ratty clothes, and his legs shaking as he goes. One foot in front of the other. And mud just caked around his feet. Just absolutely this old rickety man who's just
What I know now at this point,
past you, yeah, in your direction.
what I know now, what this item that I have does.
No, you have no way to know.
Okay.
Are we walking past him?
Yeah, he's gonna pass you.
I'm gonna use divine sense.
Sir. Hello. Do you
Hi.
need help?
Where you coming from?
I'm coming from up that way. It's a human, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Very dark skin, like almost black, right? Like pitch, and just bald as can be on the top of his head, with the rain just pelting down off of him. And he says, "Down up the hill. Came from there. It's not too far. Sun's about to go down, so maybe you should hurry on up to not be
The shelter up
caught
there.
out." Yes, the whole town. Yes,
Oh, we're close to a town. Wonderful.
not far.
What's it called?
Oh, Golonin. So, Golonin. Golonin. It's the one.
You're the first other human I've seen in this land in a very long time.
Okay.
Don't. If you're going to this town back here, don't steal anything. Don't cause any ruckus. They're gonna throw you in the Kaizen.
I don't.
Do you need help?
And as he's trying to like get some of the caked mud off his feet, since he stopped, you realize he is barefoot.
Do you need any help?
Just walking.
Shoes?
You should give him your shoes, Baron. He's barefoot.
He doesn't have shoes either.
I don't need shoes.
I don't know, shoes.
Are you sure?
Does anyone have
I
shoes?
used
Yes.
divine sense. Did I detect anything?
They're
No.
pretty nice boots.
Thank you, sir.
No, you don't.
Good luck.
Do humans have long side tieflings? Would I?
No. What is
Humans
humans
are
in this part of the
basically-
world is a weird
But I've
thing.
seen. I saw a human man in the barn, and now I'm
Humans
seeing,
You
eat
did see a human man in the barn.
now I'm seeing another human man
Mhm.
in the road.
Yes.
Interesting.
Humans are usually
What is
slaves,
your
if I
divine
recall
sense?
correctly.
What is your divine sense?
Nothing.
No. What's the spell sense?
Celestial.
That's the thing. you just
Celestial fiends fey.
Have you seen anything on the road?
Just you.
And a woman.
We have it.
Pretty woman.
Yes.
Smiles with no teeth. Right?
Whoa.
Like and just if whoever's closest just gets the faintest whiff of some rain.
Allah.
I'll keep an eye out for that. Any
Go ahead.
stories?
No.
We are not in the mood to tell stories.
No, I think he's asking. Oh, yep.
Be careful in this rain.
Stay safe.
Slippery. You should be careful.
Yes. But we're close to town, which is really,
Who
really
is
Not too far. Yes, within the hour, I would say.
Who is the leader
That's
of this town?
great.
I don't know.
You are not from here?
No, just walking.
This is very odd, no?
A little bit. I'm getting creepy vibes.
I don't think it's strange to walk.
I think we have rain fever. We should go to this town.
Roll
Get out of-
perception check, Zephyr.
10.
10.
Yep, rain fever.
Start walking.
It is just odd to me that you are walking in such bad storm.
I walk all the time.
Where do you live?
On the road.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You're a very old man to
Do I
be living
believe
on the road.
Roll an insight. I am an old man. Yes. Yes.
17.
Yeah. Weird, but
Okay.
been walking for a long time.
Yeah,
Don't know how much longer I have in me, but
Don't stop now. Because once you stop, you might not start again, so.
I won't stop until I can't go anymore. With this no teeth.
That makes me sad.
Let us go. This man
Look
is
at you!
frustrating me.
Yes.
I will.
Wet, isn't it?
Everything is wet. Yes. What? Ooh. A new thing.
Yes. Well, no, I'm not new at all.
No, you're old too.
Yes. Many sunrises.
Does it keep you more warm, or does it just keep more water in?
It's heavy now, but in the cold it helps.
In the cold, I shiver, but this just washes right off of me.
I walk away.
Oh,
I'll pat him on the back before I leave.
I'm going to see you. The name is Jigpa.
Thank you, Jigpa.
Yes.
Happy travels.
Okay, I'll then be with you.
Oh, Len? Who's
I'll
that?
be with you.
Did you ask him that?
What's with you? Sorry.
Did you ask him that, or were you asking me that?
Him.
Him?
Yeah.
Who is... And he fiddles with a rope or string around his neck, and he pulls from under his shirt a symbol of a little wagon wheel. Helen, goddess of the road,
Yes.
keeps travelers safe.
Keep her close to you.
Yes, right here. I walk with her until I don't walk anymore. Well,
Are you trying to buy or sell things?
no,
How do you buy food?
I don't. I find it sometimes people are nice and they share.
I see.
Sometimes I find things that are useful and I can trade that.
You have anything right now to trade?
Roll persuasion check.
No. Nope. 7.
Ooh,
No.
it has been raining for days. It is hard to find things when they are covered with mud.
Yep.
I'm looking. There's no one on the road, and it's mud. People don't travel in this. I don't have much. But, is there something you're looking for?
No. Not really.
I will keep an eye out for useful things.
Don't eat the red ones.
Berries.
Don't eat the red berries. Good to know. Is there berries I should eat?
Any other color, you're pretty much fine.
I must stay away from the red. Oh, I heard there's a nut, the tangena. I was told not to eat that by the birds.
I can show you a route to find if you do eat something.
Show it! Yes!
It doesn't look like this before it's dried. You'll want flowers sometimes. Yellow. But only for a day or so and then it dies. You
I
can
bet.
tell by the pale stalk.
I bet there will be much flowering after this rain.
It'll help against poisons too if anyone tries to poison you.
This is a useful bit of information. Then I will share information with you.
Oh, thank you.
You are going towards Golonin. It's dirty there. And people are sick. I would not spend too long. I walked through quickly. Well, I don't walk anywhere quickly anymore. What are your names? Oh, those that are still there, because some people just kept walking, so you guys are not there, anyone that was walking on.
Badianukos.
Badianukos.
10.
Ted?
10?
10?
Yes. Like that, yes.
Zefahim.
Zefahim.
Zefirando.
Zefirando. 2 names. 1 syllable. Did you keep walking?
Yes.
Well, it is good to meet you. Walk with Elen.
I'll
Here,
be with you.
I'll reach into my pack and I'll pull out a husk of corn. There you go.
Thank
It will
you.
not be good raw, but I don't think you'll be able to cook it in this.
Well, I'll keep it. It is always good to be kind to the walkers of Elen. He continues walking down the road.
I always wanted to meet one of the hunters of it.
I've not heard of them.
Me neither.
I've heard stories. That's all they do. Travel, walk,
Must be a human thing.
and walk, and walk, and walk. It's fascinating.
On the road?
Yep.
That is just foolish, not fascinating.
It's fascinating why they do it. I don't know why they.
It does not seem like this man had any reason.
Exactly. And you'll never get one out of them.
That is ridiculous.
Yep. Fascinating.
Kind of like how you are here right now.
Uh,
Similar.
but I have to be somewhere. They don't have to be somewhere. I have a goal.
Your goal was to find Nock, and now he is dead.
Well, big overarching goal is to kill evil.
To kill evil.
The rain stops,
Like suddenly?
and it is quiet.
Did I do that?
And it
didn't
is
try.
so
Say
hard.
the special word.
It's so hard to think that it's been quiet, right? You've been walking, there's not much going on, it's been quiet. But without the pounding of rain, it's quiet. The bugs and the animals are out because they are flooded out, right? They're hiding and doing their thing. It's quiet. Finally.
This is not the right way. Something is wrong with this. The rain does not just stop like that.
Well, it also doesn't rain for 3 days like that normally. So, from what you said,
You know of these things, what do you think?
Roll a religion or an arcana check.
Nope.
Or
Tonight. Oof.
3.
Rolls tonight.
It's rough.
you got some good rolls with some interesting stuff tonight, so you can't win them all, guys. Sorry.
I guess if you give corn to a wandering human,
We should
the
keep.
rain stops.
We should keep corn on us at all times. Yeah.
So if it starts raining again, give him corn.
There'll be less of it now.
Because of the rain.
Yes. And the blight to follow.
The blight, yes.
This much water in this season is not natural. There will be much hardship in the valley.
So I wonder if someone was mean to him, and that's what started the rain.
You think this man started the rain like that?
But it stopped as soon as we gave him corn.
We are walking and talking.
This is ridiculous.
I assumed.
This man is just a man.
It could be a coincidence. Someone else did something. But who? Did you give up trying to play the fiddle? I mean, the flute? The fiddle was okay. The flute, eh?
No.
Oh, then it wasn't that.
You could try again. I think I would like that.
Try what?
The flute or the fiddle.
I'll try the fiddle.
Now that the rain has stopped,
The
it
acoustics
is
will
too,
be better.
it is too quiet.
Maybe it'll be a better acoustic environment. What am I doing? Performance? Oh, it's not terrible. 11.
Slippery. You're soaked. You're trying not to get the fiddle soaked, and you're kind of, interested in preserving your instrument. So you play a simple tune. It's passable. And you guys play
Eh,
and walk as you make your way.
like a middle school band.
Walking and playing the fiddle is not
Yeah,
easy.
it's not-
You said there was sickness in this town.
You should
They
not
may
stay
be able to burn your friend here now that the rain has stopped.
Yes.
Oh.
Just take precautions.
long. This may be why there is sickness here.
Make sure you use lots
They
of
might-
hand sanitizer.
When you do not burn the bodies, this is why the tieflings do this. When you do not burn the bodies, you get the sickness. That is what happens. What if you bury them? That is not what the tieflings do, Baron. We do not bury, we burn. Is that what you do, bury?
Yes.
But not at the monastery.
No.
'Cause no one dies there.
I don't know what they do.
So
That is a strange thing that no one.
They all leave you as your friend did. They disappear in the night and never say goodbye.
No, no one's ever done that.
This man could have been taken.
Why?
He is a human.
What is your people's fixation with humans? Why do you need to take them?
I do not take them.
They seem to make good slaves. So,
Slaves.
Hey. That's like wrong.
I'm sorry.
It is.
Maybe you would make a terrible slave, but humans as a whole seem to make good slaves, and that's why they are sought after.
Tieflings do not like humans.
Why?
Humans are unpredictable and disloyal,
Oh.
and they don't care about.
Do you hear that animal?
I hear something strange.
It is nothing against you as an individual. It is against you as a whole.
If this town,
of you.
if this town is sick, we should not stay long.
No, we shouldn't stay at all. We should walk right through it.
Or
We should-
around it.
Well, it stopped raining. We can camp outside and go right through the town.
Okay, we should do that then.
I don't want to get sick.
Since it's up on a plateau of or the crest of a hill, we shouldn't be.
What if the sickness there is not natural?
Ooh, I'd like to dry myself off. That's Jason. Stop
Just
raining.
like this rain.
Hold on, it feels good because you've been soaked to the bone. I think you still are like chilled, right? It's not cold, but that just that
Yep.
that chill.
Actually, I can warm myself too with it.
Yeah, your
Clean
prestige
soil,
ties in.
chill, warm, flavor, etc. Warm.
I always wondered.
I'm like a hand warmer.
I always wondered how that spell if like an ogre or someone's trying to eat you, couldn't you just make yourself taste terrible and then
Flavor.
Bad, good, whatever I want.
A few things have been natural since we started traveling together.
You are blaming me for this. What about this one?
he's hairless. It's,
He may be the strangest one of us all.
You need to lay off on him.
He seems troubled.
I'm just speaking
He's
my mind.
unpredictable. Like
You are unpredictable. I don't even know who you are.
Nah. Yeah, but I'm not like a day away from snapping and just killing us all in our sleep. He gives me that vibe. He's not talking to us. It's creepy. He's carried a
Ben.
No.
Ben will come around.
Burn is taking things very very hard. He's taking things very hard right now.
Burn. Feel the burn.
Burn's taking things very hard right now. That's why he's carrying the gnome. He feels a sense of
He's very upset with the health
he
care
feels
system that the gnome.
he feels a sense of responsibility for the gnome's death and seeks to make right by it.
Yeah.
Is this true,
He
Ben?
wants to help everybody pay off their debts.
Wow, he really is like Bernie.
Do you feel this way?
It's me, I'm sorry.
That's not how I feel.
Speak up.
No.
Why are you
No,
so
not for
angry,
us.
Ben? At least you still have your face. I will look like this forever now.
That's your choice, it seems. No?
It was a choice I made, yes.
So don't complain.
Well, you grow a set of testicles.
I'm just saying.
When did this happen?
Better
Not
just as
forced
bald
to
as
do
the
it,
top of his
correct?
head.
Did he force you to do it? Whatever was in there.
That's where all his hair is.
No, that is why I
It's
went.
even better just
I could have chosen not to go in.
Yes, you were right. But
In
you
fact,
did.
I made sure that the deal was fair.
That's what
This one says that the man has something, and she says that the woman told her that.
Fine.
I trusted this
Why?
because I felt that it was true.
Then why do you complain about the decision you've made?
I don't, I say.
You just did.
You have no reason to be so grim.
Cheer up, the rain stopped.
Can we find a place? Is there like a place to sit for a moment?
Camp. And
And you guys want to camp outside the town, or are you gonna?
Yep.
Okay.
we don't want to get sick.
I'll go in.
Oh, how far away from the town are we, I guess?
You were told it was
Question.
within an hour.
But we've been walking for a bit.
Yeah, you've been walking for a
so-
bit, so you just not very much longer. But some people mentioned they might want to camp outside.
I need to rest for a minute.
I can find a spot for us to camp.
I want to see what's in this town.
Fine.
I'll go in and.
How's about we walk through the town, decide that if we decide that it's trash,
Take
we'll walk
your
right
rest.
through it, and then we'll camp on the other side.
Take your rest. You have been carrying this body, that is why
I will
you need
He
continue.
to.
weighs like 30 pounds.
I will continue.
That is still a lot to carry for such a long way.
And at this point, all the gases.
Why
are
don't
probably
you
gonna
carry
go.
him then? You were looking for this man.
I'll continue to carry him till we get to the town.
Alright, it's not much later. Once the town comes into view, it is built in to this kind of hill. It's small. It's not much of a town, right? It is a collection of houses, and the road for this town, strangely enough, that kind of like disappears in the towns and then reemerges on the other side, kind of with all these winding streets. This road just kind of continues through, right? And the houses are kind of built around it. It's almost like you would imagine a city, right? The houses are built on roads, but there's this one road, and then also obviously more stuff behind that and around.
But you said they're inroads.
There are some inroads and outroads, and but there's a Kaifen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. that is.
It is the only thing that peeks out beyond these like plateaus, some of which are not really higher here, right? And it's built in a little bit of elevation. This town, these flat plateau structures, but the Kai-Fen is just as tall as the others, between 4 and 5 stories. Into that same whitish, off-white wood. Seems old, seems rickety. Stands tall, bell is gleaming.
Is there a door on it?
You're just getting into the town, right? Like it's a small town, but it's not so small that you're like, it's right there, I can see the door, right? You can definitely see it gleaming as you come and start seeing really small houses and huts, right? But as you start walking into the town, which it's not super late, right? But it's late enough. There's some people still around. You do notice that there are some lights on inside, and you continue to walk, and who's leading the way? Still Baron or not? Yeah, roll a perception check, Baron.
13.
There are some inns, what appear to be inns, or taverns, that kind of thing. There are windows, shutters open with people laughing inside. There aren't really tables set up outside because remember, until less than an hour ago, it was pouring rain. But yeah, like multiple taverns, right, and multiple inns, that sort of thing. As opposed to the other one, they seem to have names even. What did you roll?
13.
Okay. The one that you found, the one that seems inviting and not super raucous and loud, and seems to both have a place to sit and eat, but also to stay for the evening, is Hilltop.
Sorry, wholesome name.
We should
go there.
burn knock before we enter this town.
Oh, wait. Maybe you can retro and have had that conversation, but Hilltop is a bit close towards the center, right? The Kai-Fen does seem to be literally on the hilltop, and this hilltop is not really on the crest, kind of right where the thing is, but it's close enough that it took the name.
I cannot burn him with no fuel for the fire. And all the wood and kindling out here is wet.
Fine.
I can fix that.
I need something dry.
I just don't think we should walk back into an inn with a dead body.
No, we don't have to walk in with him. We can leave it outside.
In the street, you will leave him in the street.
No, Baron can carry him. That's fine.
Can't he use his abilities to dry wood?
Good.
You could dry wood. Tanaki, you can dry wood.
Yep.
I was walking off.
What do you mean? Yep.
Yes. I can do that.
Yes, you can do that. How? Show me how.
Same way I dry you off.
Boom. Then this could work, no?
Boom.
There are trees, scraggly trees, thin also, not...
Yes, I could build a pyre.
We need to get rid of this body. We've had it for way too long.
Agreed.
Stinks.
I'll get to work then.
How does he look?
Roll survival check, roll an arcana check. Yeah, it looks like, he covered the face,
Yeah,
right?
that
You can
does.
see from the
No.
hand, it looks like a 3-day-old rotten body.
I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
Do it. Oh, yes.
What, Arcana?
Yeah.
19.
Okay. You can dry out this wood to the point where it can be burned pretty well at the pace that you can find wood.
Right.
The problem is that pace is not terribly quick, so you don't hold up the process, right? But it takes you a while because it's, prestidigitation can take like an outer layer of moisture out. You're trying to like drag the moisture out of this wood, and it takes quite a bit, but you're given the time to do it because it's rough terrain, it's hard going. You're kind of like jumping to different areas to find pieces of wood and break it off, and like things that haven't already gone down and out of the way with all the rain. Takes a couple hours at least, I would say. I mean, right? Like, and it's hard going and it's late, but you've been carrying this rotting dead body of your friend for days.
4 days.
Yeah, man. And you do it. You have enough wood. It is dry enough that it'll burn, and you have some kindling also. And you start to set up the pyre. Are you going to be setting up the pyre? You had mentioned that, right?
Sure, yeah.
What does that look like?
I'm going to cross all of the larger pieces of what I find in kind of a tent style to lock in with each other among us to build it up a little bit. And then I'm going to begin laying them across to form a raised platform off the ground, which is still wet. And I'm going to lay Nock on top and then build it around him as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So this takes a while too, and you guys watch. And I think quiet, if not just silence, right? And you hear the sounds of the town in the distance. Just take your time. And people aren't coming out, right? They're in for the night, and they certainly weren't out and about this time of night with the weather the way it was, and most people were asleep before it stopped raining. So you take the time. How are you gonna light it?
I'm going to attempt to use my flint and tinder, I guess.
Yeah.
I would use, yeah. Tinderbox.
If it doesn't work, I could work it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to set it, and I'll try to spread it through.
as it starts to light.
Anybody would like to say?
I'm gonna pray.
How do you pray?
I'll sit far enough back so I don't like burn from the fire or anything. And I'll just sit cross-legged and I don't know any prayers because no one's died around me, but I'll say just pray that he's fine, I guess, and he finds his way in the afterlife or whatever. Well, no one's died around me. I don't know any. I don't know what to do. I'm literally making it up. 11.
Did anyone else want to say something? And as this is happening, and you kind of get down and you're saying your prayers a bit, off the road, off to the side, on the outskirts of this town of Golonin, the flames kind of go around and they start licking at where Nock's body is, right? But it's not catching at first, right? Because he's soaked, totally soaked, and it's starting. Does anyone else?
I did not know you well, Nock, but you fought bravely, and I am sorry that I could not kill the man who killed you.
I think I just have my cloak wrapped around myself and I'm kind of like tucked up, and my little knees up, and I'm gonna hug his dagger to my chest.
Roll
Without hurting
persuasion
myself,
check
obviously.
for me.
10.
Nock was a good kid, very full of life. He seemed to always be excited to do a new thing. Unfortunately, a candle lit by both ends burns out very quickly, especially when shot with a crossbow bolt. And
That is not nice to say. No.
truth is the truth. There's a wrong place at the wrong time for the little guy. And hopefully he can find peace in whatever it is that gnomes do when they die. So honestly, I don't know.
Roll performance check. What did you get, Baron, when you rolled?
11.
Okay.
Yes.
10.
Waha chanka koha Wachio. Hey,
Roll nature or survival.
Jesus. 5.
Dude, every roll is just atrocious.
He's gonna come back to life. His soul can't rest.
Roll perception. So
Me?
you're just kind of sitting.
It's actually gonna happen.
You're watching.
It's really bad.
12?
Woof.
The flames eventually dry out Nock's clothing, the things wrapped around him to keep him safe from the storm and from people having to see what it's become, right? His friend that you knew. And the flames catch and he's lit, and the things around him is lit, and he's encased right in this flame that Badi has encased him in. Did you want to do anything? Nothing.
Did you take his coins?
What'd you say?
Did you take his coin off his body?
No.
Did you? Yeah.
Take his what?
Did anybody take his coin off his body?
Coin?
Is this rather large?
What coin?
He had a coin. He had a whole hex.
If you don't shut
No.
up, I'm going to put you on
You
the
got a point.
fire.
No, he had a point. Did anybody take that? Oh no.
And no, it is just a point. This is not what.
No, I just wanted to have it.
I will give him a point to have.
You stay and watch as the fire burns down.
Did you say the fire burns?
As the fire Feel there. As the fire burns down. As the fire burns down.
Burn.
Nock's funeral is complete. He did not know these friends long, but he was surrounded by friends when he died. And he was carried for days by these friends, right? Like, they held his weight. They wanted to make sure they saw him off right. And they stay and watch. And it's late, and they're tired, and they're so worn, but they stay and they watch this funeral by fire. And then they pick themselves up. These 6 companions, they walk into a town, and they find a place called Hilltop. Nock. You're walking through a field. And you think you're by yourself. And it's scary. And then you're walking, and you look to your left and see drip, and you look to your right and you see puddle. And then they're not there, but it's not scary anymore. And you walk forward, and as you're walking through this field, and it's a field with high grass, and you think you hear the rutting of boars off in the distance, but they're not going to bother you, and you walk forward this tall grass, and you come upon a clearing, and there's a hole in the ground, and there's something moving and clanking in the hole. What do you do?
I'm gonna go get closer and try to get a closer look.
Looking up at you from this hole is the broken, twisted body of Princess. The animated skeleton, this living husk of death that you had killed. Princess didn't have eyes. And this creature that looks like Princess does have eyes. And you know these eyes. You recognize these eyes. And these are the eyes of a bad person. And the hand shoots out towards you. What do you do?
I go to throw my knife, but actually like cast ice knife
Yeah.
to stop it.
You don't have your seat, huh?
I know what it is. It's one less than my.
Okay, yeah. Roll to attack. At advantage because your friends are helping you.
That was bad.
6.
You go to cast ice knife. And the hand instead comes and grabs you by the chest and takes a handful. Roll on the wild magic table.
It's an 81. I can take one additional action immediately.
What do you do?
A second ice knife.
Roll to is that a ranged attack?
Yeah. Oh, it's the hand at me?
Has you by your shirt and is grabbing, and you don't know if it's going to attack you or spit at you with its spittleless mouth or pull you into the hole. You don't know what's going to happen, but you immediately get to take an action to stop whatever is going to happen.
I'll try to break the grapple.
Okay, roll strength or dex save for a knock.
14.
You pulled into the pit and you're falling. And you're falling, and it's falling so quickly, and it's covered in blackness. And you hear singing. And you see eyes watching you. And you hear someone say, "Did someone take his silver?" And you hit water. And you don't know how far you fell as you hit, but you're underwater as you're looking around. What do you do?
Well, from underwater. Well, I don't know how to swim. So I am flailing, and up would be the only direction I could try to go.
Roll an athletics check.
-1, 4.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know what a riptide is, but you grab one and it starts to pull you, and it's almost like something swirls around your foot and yanks you down, and you're falling so quickly and you're trying to get up, but it's like something, but not something. It's like water has grabbed onto your foot and is pulling you down, and there are things all around you, but you can't see them. It's too dark. And you try to open your eyes, but you're moving too fast, and you can't see them, and you can't break free. And what do you do?
If I think there's all these things around me, just as a mechanism to run away, I would cast my last spell slot, just color spray, to try to...
Is that an attack roll, or is that a saving thing?
It's, you roll and you blind them. It's kind of like sleep, but works the same way in blinding.
Okay, roll.
Roll some of the things.
Yeah, roll. Let's see what we get for. What is it? Color spray.
Yeah. Why do I have
60-10. So what's the average of that?
30.
30.
Well, not in
8,
D&D
11,
terms.
19,
D&D terms.
24,
Would be 5.5.
31.
So how many dice?
How much?
Was it?
31.
Okay. You shoot this out, and whatever's holding your foot lets go. And as you're going, you're just falling through space. You're not in water anymore. You didn't fall out of the water. You didn't get out of it, but you're in just black space. And you feel a voice. And you've never felt a voice before. You've only heard voices, but you feel a voice. And it's the voice of a bad man. And this bad man says, "And you will come to me as you were with me before. Yes, I have found you. Knock. Come to me. Be with your mother." What do you do?
Just in pure panic, scream out, "No!" And just, I'm slashing my knife because I feel like I can feel the voice and it's just on me, and it's the last thing I can do.
Roll to attack.
Six.
And the knife falls from your hand, and knock is taken. We will pick up next week for Icosacast.
And you died twice.
Episode 5.
Not ironic.
It's not about dying again, it's about what happens to you after you die. The fates don't stop. My friends, thank you so much, everybody. This was a super, super fun session. We did a lot of stuff. It was really cool. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for chatting a little bit with us. We were able to fix the audio for this episode. So that you can hear it out of both headphones if you're wearing with headphones. It's the least we could do. Alright everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday at 7 p.m. for Icosacast. Thanks.